this video, I will be demonstrating how to configure ICX switches in the RUCKUS Cloud. Let me show you how easy it is to configure settings on ICX switches using the RUCKUS Cloud. Switches that have been added to the RUCKUS Cloud can be located, selected, and configured by navigating to Network Devices and selecting the Switch tab. In this screen, you can view and edit any switches that have been successfully added to the RUCKUS Cloud. The switch overview and configuration options can be found by either checking the box next to the switch and selecting Edit, or by simply clicking the switch name. This brings up the Overview tab. Along the top section, you'll quickly see some details about the device, including the total number of ports and how many are in an up and down states. You can see the number of clients connected to the switch, and if this number is clicked, it will automatically take you to the Clients tab, which will provide you with a brief summary of details for each client connected to the switch. Each client can then be clicked to view more details about that selected client. Going back to the Overview tab, we also see the Power over Ethernet or PoE power budget data, as well as an icon indicating if there are any alarms related to this switch. Clicking More Details opens a pop-up with more details about the switch, including important IP settings. As we look further down the page, we can see three selectable views: Panel, Ports, and Routed Interfaces. In the panel view, we can see port details including which ports are up and which are receiving PoE power. Clicking Rear View will change the display to show any ports on the rear of the unit if they're present, and the status of installed power supplies. If you have added any floor plans and placed the switch on one of them, that floor plan would be presented here. You can also click the link to add the switch to an existing floor plan. Below that, you'll see graphs depicting details about the switch, including the switch's status and availability, switch traffic sent and received, and both CPU and memory utilization. All of these can be viewed for periods of 24 hours, 7 days, or 30 days. The Ports view is where a bulk of individual switch configurations reside. Selecting this view will display a list of all ports in the switch. Here you can select a single port or multiple ports and modify the configuration by clicking Edit. In the Edit Port view, you can modify several port settings, including port name, port enable state, the PoE state, class, and priority, the LLDP state, as well as spanning tree and rapid spanning tree states. Of course, these are only applicable if the protocol is enabled. You can also modify VLANs. Notice in this case the port is untagged in VLAN 10. This was applied by the switch configuration profile assigned to the venue. Switch configuration profiles are covered in a separate demonstration which should be viewed prior to this one. You can deviate from the switch configuration profile by selecting Customize. In the Select VLAN window, which will be similar whether you are modifying the tagged or untagged setting, you can select a VLAN from those already applied through the switch configuration profile, or you can create a new one by clicking Add VLAN. When you click Add VLAN, what you are actually doing is adding a new VLAN to the switch configuration profile for the venue, then making that VLAN available for the port configuration. For details on creating VLANs, view the switch configuration profile demonstration. Let's go ahead and cancel this and not create a new VLAN. Just know that it's possible. We'll change this port's untagged VLAN from 10 to 20 and click Save. Notice it now displays the new VLAN assignment and shows that it was applied by a port level override. You may now edit the VLAN configuration again by clicking Edit, or reset it back to the venue settings by clicking Use Venue Settings. You can perform the same actions for the tagged VLAN assignments as well. You can also apply ingress and egress ACLs to the port, which is conditional on certain conditions being met. You can select an ACL from the drop-down list if one was defined as part of the switch configuration profile, or you can create a new one by clicking Add ACL. As with VLANs, when you create an ACL, you're actually creating it in the switch configuration profile and making it available for the port configuration. You can define this port as DHCP trusted port, turn on IP source guard, and apply tags to the port. Once you've completed all your port configuration changes, click Save. You'll receive a status message in the lower right corner of the page indicating the successful application of your configuration. Clicking Manage Lags allows you to manage existing or create new link aggregation groups. Click Add Lag and create a new lag. In the Add Lag dialog, simply give the lag a name, select Static or Dynamic, select and add the ports you want to bundle, and click Create. Back at the Manage Lag pop-up, click OK when you've completed your changes. The Routed Interface view allows you to create virtual Ethernet ports, or VEs, on switch VLANs. To create a new VE, click Add VLAN Interface. In the Add VE port window, you are only required to provide the VLAN ID that this VE will be applied to and the IP address and subnet mask. Optional parameters include VE name, the OSPF area to assign the VE, a DHCP relay agent IP address, as well as ingress and egress ACLs. Once your VE configuration is completed, click Add. The Events tab provides a view of all events that have occurred on the switch. These may include errors or switch resets, but most commonly it will detail the application of configuration changes. The final item to cover for ICX switch management is the Manage dropdown. Clicking this shows options to edit the switch, reboot the switch, test connections from the switch, and delete the switch from the RUCKUS Cloud. In the Edit Switch pop-up, you can modify system-wide switch settings. These include the switch name, an optional description, IP addressing information, and jumbo mode frame support, which if modified will cause the switch to reset, as well as global IGMP snooping mode and static routes. To configure a static route, click Add Rule. In the pop-up, supply the destination network and mask, the next hop address, and an optional administrative distance, then click Create. And click Save to complete the switch edits. The Reboot Switch option will do just that. It will reboot the switch. A dialog will pop up to confirm your choice. Select Reboot Switch to proceed or Do Not Reboot to cancel. The Test Connection option allows you to ping or trace route to a destination from the switch. For ping, simply type in a target IP address and click Run. For trace route, enter a target IP address, a maximum TTL, and click Run. In both cases, results are displayed in the window below. Click Close when you are done. The Delete Switch option is used to completely remove the switch from the RUCKUS Cloud management. It will present you with a dialog to confirm your action. Let's press Cancel. You should now have a better understanding of how to manage ICX switches in the RUCKUS Cloud. Thank you for viewing this presentation.